and gays, we are back with the Lesbian Lounge, but today we have some special guests. And before we kind of kick things off with what we're going to talk about today, I'm going to kind of give a little bit of an intro of how this actually started to have this first session in person. And it is Charlie, I think we got in contact on TikTok. We found each other. You found mine and you reached out. And now we are here at their location in Kansas City. And let me tell you how gay it is. Very gay. We love it. We love it. But, so I'm just going to ask you guys some questions and kind of get to know a little bit about MOC BOD for the people that don't know about MOC BOD and to have an opportunity to come in and visit this amazing place. Yeah. Safe and inclusive is what we always practice here on our podcast, and we absolutely love that. My first question for you guys is, what is MOC BOD and what is its message?
So MOC BOD stands for Masculine of Center, Big on Dapper. And basically, we want everyone to feel welcome and at home and appreciated and loved. And the message is really be cool, be you, which just means be kind to others, but be yourself. Like come as you are.
I feel like when I walked in here, I was like, yes, I love it. I love it. It's like
home.
Yeah. Or even like going to a Pride festival and it's a vibe.
Yeah.
You feel very safe, and everybody that's here is queer.
Yes.
That works in those spots. Who is it for?
So it's Masculine of Center home where everyone is welcome. Okay. We kind of have, like the leather furniture, the more masculine vibes, the big barber chairs, but at the same time, we want everyone to come in and feel welcome. Allies included, everybody just come in. It's our house that you are welcome in.
Absolutely. Oh, I like that. That's awesome. Now, when we look at MOC BOD, what was the first thing that kind of created it? The process?
The body wash.
Okay.
Because I came out late in life and I realized there was nothing for me as a masculine of center person. I was identify as butch. And you either shop in the women's section and you smell like flowers and candy, or you shop in the men's section and you break out because of all the chemicals. And I wanted to smell a certain way without breaking out, so I made the body wash.
What is your body wash scent?
So we have the three main scents are Strapped, Sharp, and Aficionado, and then we just started Debonair.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my wife named them for the
Yeah.
So it is just that item, and then we take it to the next level. What did you guys start adding with MOC BOD?
Beanies and t-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's developed from beanies and t-shirts. We also have a complimentary lotion now with the body wash. It's been added in as far as MOC BOD retail. We have a lot of different merch. The biggest thing that we've launched out of the MOC BOD retail side of things is our binders.
Okay.
So that was developed mid-year last year.
We launched in March.
Yeah. Christy does a really good job of responsibly sourcing everything. So our binders are made out of bamboo jersey with a moisture wicking interlock antimicrobial inside layer. But the biggest thing about our binders is that we have them available for try-in in the store. Mm-hmm. So you're getting the right fit, the right feel. We have 10 different sizes. We are body inclusive, so therefore no matter what size you are, you're going to spend the same amount of money, and that's with all of our merchandise as well. So MOC BOD represents, yes, masculine of center, big on dapper, and the dapper part of it is making sure that we're providing quality products. We want people to know that even though you can come to a store where it's queer owned, and these are queer products, you're also getting good products and the best services.
I do have to ask, because we do have allies that listen to this, what the hell is a binder? If I was somebody that was like, what is that?
Chest compression.
Awesome.
For people who don't want.
Yeah. And I tried it on, and lesbian, obviously, and I was like, whoa, this is a whole different world, and it feels great, and I think we like to also educate on this podcast, too.
Does it feel super tight when you're wearing it, or is it something that, is breathable,
So, typically, they're very tight, but what we have done is really prioritize comfort and safety over that, and so the tighter it gets, the actually worse it looks, because it just doesn't look great. So because you want more of a sleek look. And so to have the perfect fit, you actually have something that you can breathe in, you can move in, it feels comfortable, you're not that constricted. People have told me they have trouble, because we say, please don't wear this more than 8 hours a day, just for safety, and people are just like, oh, I forgot to take it off.
Yeah, that does make sense. Like I said, I tried it on, and I think it's amazing, like what you guys built, and you are the person that was like, I needed this, and that's why it was added into the brand.
I actually don't wear binders,
Okay.
but just because it's not a problem for me does not mean it's not a problem.
Right.
And I heard so much about people having trouble finding one that fit, which obviously is not perfect because if you don't live in town, but we've had people come from very far away to buy the binders.
Yeah.
So we have to figure that out, because right now at this point we cannot afford to do returns.
Very cool. Love it. The last question that I had for you before we move on to Holly's questions is, what did you think this was going to become? Did you see it envisioning what it is today?
Sort of. I mean, I thought it was going to be a lifestyle brand where we just sold things.
Okay.
And then just found out that there was so much more need for the services and a safe place to go and a safe place to just be, to exist. And so now it is what it is. And we're not done yet.
No.
And to kind of add to that, so like we started out doing pop-ups just selling the body wash. And we had a 5-year, that's what they tell you, come up with a 5-year business plan. And our 5-year business plan turned out to be like a 6-month business plan, because we started our LLC in August of 2023, and we opened our doors for our brick and mortar in February of 2024. So within almost like a 6-month period, basically, we jumped our 5-year plan. And then the other great thing was like, as soon as we opened our doors, it was like, everyone in the community was like, we want in on the action, we want to, be involved in this, we want to include, wanting to include us in things. So I feel like we have become the glue for the city, in a way.
I would have to agree with that. As soon as one queer person knows about it, it like blows up. Like we have something in town, and it's a cafe, the Dandelion Cafe, and it just blows up like wildfire, because we've been looking for something where we can walk in there and be who we are.
Have a safe space.
Yeah, definitely.
Walk in and hold hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who had the dream first? We were talking about you did,
It was
right?
me.
Okay. Yes.
I actually thought about it for 7 years, about the body wash,
Okay.
and had the name in my head, but it was something else.
Yeah.
Bodies, oils, deodorant.
Yes.
I didn't want to make deodorant, so
Yes.
it was my idea.
Okay. So how did you bring the idea up?
Charlie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
I remember. So weird, but both me and Christy worked corporate life prior to this. And one of the things that kind of like makes our marriage work is we're both adventuresome people. We don't box ourselves in. We've been living life to the fullest, and no one can define that. There's no one definition for that for anybody. I had recently ended my residency in the corporate world and was like, okay, I'm gonna explore some other things. And then Christy kind of came to the same terms within a 6-month period, and we had savings, and we were like, you know what, if we don't do it now, we'll never do it.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was a great idea, and so I was like definitely threw on my cheerleading outfit and was cheering her on in the process of it all.
Golden Retriever vibes.
Golden Retriever vibes.
I do love that you were like, if we don't do it now, we will never do it. And I think that's why a lot of us tend to stay very complacent with what we are in, because it's secure and it's safe. But like, are you going to be happy in that job forever? Or do you really are just staying there because you were taught to follow a 9 to 5?
Right.
That's not for everybody, and you guys get to be who you are today and create a space for everybody else too.
While creating your nest, how many places did you look at before you decided this is home for MOC BOD?
Well, I did a lot of online research, like thousands, and we physically looked at this one.
Yes.
I talked to some other people where we had seen the building before and we were very familiar with it, but it didn't fit.
Yeah.
And then this one is just perfect because of the location on Truce, because of the shameful redlining history. We just want everyone to feel comfortable and yet slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yes. Love. Did you guys have any pushback or fear for creating an all queer space?
No pushback at all. A lot of encouragement. Actually, that's the main reason that I was brave enough, and Charlie was probably fine with it, but the reason I was brave enough to go for it is because so many people said, oh, we need that, please do it, we really need that. And I was afraid people would not come and support, but they definitely have.
Yeah, and there's a couple of queer businesses along here as
Yes,
well.
we're a neighborhood.
I love that. That's so good.
Yes.
What are, to make sure that we throw them in here as well, the businesses that are along the way? We had the bakery, we've had, what else is there? Or the names, if you can be more specific.
Yeah, so 2 doors down is the Littlest Bake Shop, which is vegan and gluten-free.
Okay.
Black Hole Bakery is a little bit farther down, regular bakery. Across the street is Vamp, which is a really classy burlesque place that also does event spaces. And then there is Gail's Sports Bar, which is catty-cornered.
Okay, nice.
Very nice.
Gotta check out the...
Oh, and then Belong Space, which is down on 27th and Troost, and they are a co-op, co-working, like you can rent office space and things like that.
Oh, nice. I really think we need to check out the burlesque.
Yeah.
Oh, they do classes.
Even better.
Ooh, right up my alley.
Yes, definitely.
What was the risk starting this business?
The
Was
biggest,
there a risk?
the biggest fear was haters.
Yeah.
Like hate crimes, that kind of thing. I was very concerned about building a space where there were so many queer people.
Yeah.
Luckily, knock on wood, we've never had any issues at all.
No graffiti or anything like to your building. That's amazing.
Yeah.
We had one broken window, but no, we had like 3 different views of cameras from different businesses as well. Nobody caught anything, so I'm pretty sure it was a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was one point of impact. So
Yeah.
it was a rock.
Yeah. And we have had people that have come in that have like followed some of our service providers that have never really been in a queer space.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows the minute they walk through the door is like number one rule, respect,
Yeah.
you know, and kindness. And we've had some people that have come in and you kind of like see that they're a little bit awkward because they've just never been around so many queer people. But by the end of the day, it's like they realize, you know, we're all people and you know, everybody's laughing, having fun. And also like every letter in the LGBTQIA plus is represented here. We try very hard that for when people come through the door, they not only feel represented, but they see themselves represented, whether it's through merchandise that we offer or service providers that we have within the store. It's very big for us to representation is huge.
I will say, I think that is one of the hardest things to help somebody that is struggling with who they are, of like, you're gonna have people that are just not gonna be nice, but the fact that you guys say it's not gonna be accepted here is huge. And I think that would be really helpful for our younger generations of coming out, like, you need to be around spaces like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have a lot of young people that come in, and it's really, and that's, we also have allies who's like, oh, I don't want to take up your space, but it's important that allies do come in so that the young people can see that allies also support queer people and it's safe.
We are all human. Just because we are living a different life
Right.
doesn't make us any different. Like, and we're a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's constant laughter throughout the store, and it's the conversations that we have in here. I guess being open for so long, I hate to say that I kind of take it for granted sometimes, because we hear about people that are in like a hairstylist chair and start talking about their relationship, because I mean that's what you do. You sit in the hairstylist chair, you have those conversations, and then like the minute it comes out that they're in a queer relationship, the mood or the energy changes. Where here it's like it is so talked.
What's
like
the tea?
Conversation? Yeah, and so being able to open up to one another and know that we have so many shared experiences that we can have those in this space and talk about them and laugh about them and have good times, and a lot of happy tears as well. Very first gender affirming haircuts happen a lot here. People coming in to get massage, you know, is such an intimate experience, just to know that your body is safe no matter how your body shows up in this space.
Yeah, I totally
We
agree.
recently have a new piercer.
Yes.
Maya Terrazas, Gremlin Stabs.
Okay.
She actually officially starts on the first weekend in March, but since she was here today, she's already done 2 piercings.
Yeah.
Because we were licensed, it's nice.
And I took the second piercing.
Hey!
Yes.
That is awesome.
That was the stabbing.
That wasn't bad.
She like has to get the whole ear done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to catch up on my right side. It's a little busy.
Alternate.
Yeah, exactly. To you.
probably do have queer people that are getting into business, trying to figure it out. You are more seasoned in this area, obviously, with business. And what would be the biggest thing that you have learned as business owners? Maybe first year or second year takeaways, something that maybe you can give to the younger ones.
Just do it.
Do the damn thing.
Like kind of like Charlie said, if you don't do it when you can do it, you'll never do it. And there's no right time. Like this is the perfect moment to start my business. You just have to do it. And please do, because we really need as many queer-owned businesses and spaces as possible. Even if your space is queer-owned and not for the queer community, just do it, please.
Yeah. Are you guys actually on Everything is Queer app?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, I was gonna say that is one way that I think a lot of people, if they knew about that app, reference that one.
Yeah, we found that before they launched, and so we were able to get on the ground floor.
Oh, very cool.
Really appreciate that opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. We're also on Strands for Trans. So we try to make sure, because I think that's our biggest obstacle right now, is making sure people know that we exist. Getting the word out there that in Kansas City we have the storefront, and then also throughout the U.S. letting people know that we have a website available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that helps. The online could bring another source of revenue. That's cool. For you, so you said yours, but what's your side on the business that you've learned?
Well,
you have two different views.
Exactly. No, and Christy won't speak to this because Christy doesn't toot her own horn, but
It's tuned it for her.
yeah, I will toot away. So Christy is like excellent doing research. Doing the research is huge. Like, I mean, yes, do it, but educate yourself. I mean, don't let it be so overwhelming and so fearful, because don't let that stop you. But yes, educating yourself. There's 1,001 resources, especially for small businesses. In the Kansas City specifically, there's a lot of organizations like The Gift here on Prospect that do mentorships. We are a member of the LGBTQ Chamber, Mid-America Chamber of Commerce, and they have been excellent in supporting us and cheering us on and mentoring as well.
Very cool. With the thing that you had said that kind of caught my eye, or my mind, numbers person. We are a couple where, hey babe, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a business talk, and then we bring coffee into it. That's my way to lure her in. So for you guys, is it like, okay, I do this side, and then the other one's like, I just want to do this?
We probably need to define our roles a little more,
Okay.
to be honest.
Yeah.
So when this first started, Christy was all in and I was doing part-time work. I mean, Christy, we both work. Like, we still both have jobs that we do outside of MOC BOD. But Christy, to begin with, was like doing everything. And I was focused on just like
Keeping the house and the family going.
Keeping the house, keeping the pets, keeping everything going. And so I would say in this last year, fortunately, I took a role with a nonprofit and have been able to be a little bit more involved in the business as far as like watching the store, and I've actually learned how to label bottles.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now our next question, since we're just tapping into a little bit of that, what has surprised you along the way?
Honestly, how much support we have received from the community and our clients. It's because I was nervous. Like, sure, everybody says, oh, you should totally do it, but like, are you going to come and support us? And they have, and I'm so overwhelmingly surprised and happy and honored.
That's amazing. Have you had any big surprises of people coming in your door?
Yes, we have.
Let's hear about it. Let's go.
So Rachel Scanlon,
Okay.
Two Dykes and a Mic, came to do a show last night in Kansas City. Killed it, sold out show, was hilarious. We got to go, we sat very close to the front. Just amazing, like so funny. And she came into the shop today and got a haircut and looked around, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I will say, just being around when we came in, how they were just like so grateful. You know, you get people that are celebrities and popular and on TikTok and on Instagram, and it's like not that kind of experience. She was like, thank you. I mean,
Very
that,
warm and welcoming.
yes, and giving everybody hugs.
Yeah. Good hug, great hug.
Yes.
Rachel Scanlon is a very good hugger.
Like, we need more of that. Like, that's where for me, this is my opinion. I do think when we come from straight people and looking at queer people, we've not been able to be seen. And now when we are seen and validated, we want to make sure other people feel that too.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt from her when I saw it.
Absolutely.
We're just so grateful that she took the time out of her incredibly busy schedule to come in, support our business. She followed us on Instagram. She took pictures with us. Like, just such an incredible experience, and we're so grateful.
Yeah.
It was really cool to watch you guys all experience it this time in your eyes. Not us getting up at one point thinking that, oh wait, we're not having pictures of it. I was like, oh, I think that's not for us.
Well, we had 3 celebrities in the store at once because you two were like, oh my god,
Yes.
what is happening?
Yes.
Well, we would appreciate that. That's really sweet. We're not there yet, but we're like, oh, Nicole's a celebrity too.
Yeah.
Compared to us, you're celebrities.
Yes.
You guys
We
are...
see rising stars, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a lot to do too. I think you guys don't give yourself enough credit. And I watched you lay on the couch and I was like, come on, man, you're doing great. But that's again, like, you go back to queerness. We've never had this before.
Yeah.
We have never been validated. We've never been seen. We don't have a fucking voice because everybody else around us. And you guys are getting this opportunity to prove that you deserve to be here.
Yeah.
That is something that somebody told me right when I was coming out. She said, take up your space in the world.
Yes.
And that it's hard to do, and I have to remind myself because we do belong here.
Yep. And I think that's, again, not even just being queer, but as women.
Yes.
We feel like we just need to be off into the corner, but don't put baby in a corner. But we typically are, because who's in power? Men. So it makes it really hard for us to feel like I can do that too.
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure both of you guys know that you guys are awesome. You're amazing people in what you're creating here. And so be proud of what you're doing. I'm sure you know that, but hearing from somebody else, it's an amazing space.
It's very validating.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Did you want to add anything there, babe? Like, what do you think about this space? Since I've been saying it's amazing.
I mean, honestly, just the warm and welcoming environment. You two are amazing and super happy. It just makes my heart happy coming in here, honestly, and just seeing all the representation. I love the labia soaps.
So can I tell a fun story about
Absolutely.
that? So that vendor came in and they're local to Kansas City and had brought in bars of soap with like the different pride colors and things. And they were like, if you have any products you'd like to suggest, we'll be open to it. And I said, well, if you have a vagina molded for soap, and they were like, we will come up with this. And we have not been able to keep them on the shelves. Like, they literally, like, we had someone come in and buy 14 of them. Just the other day, we had somebody come in to get them for Christmas for stocking stuffers, like, and they're in different flesh tones, so, even better. So, yeah, and that's the thing, like, we have those kind of products in store, but we also have, like, we just recently got the P-Styles in, which...
I've been wanting to bring in for very long. It's a small lesbian-owned company, and it's a standing urinary device with a case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just gender affirming and also super convenient.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely love that.
So we are definitely trying to fill those gaps in for the community. Somebody referred to us, and I mean, I'm not a fan of Amazon, but the fact that somebody referred to us as the Amazon for the LGBTQ community, that we carry the products that our community needs. And so we're trying to grow that as fast as we can.
Yeah, it takes time, and you guys will get there for sure. Yeah. What has been the hardest part, if you even have any, really, since everything is going in the direction you guys want? You surpassed a 5-year plan in 6 months. So is there any hard things for you?
Exhaustion.
Yeah, we need rest to take care of ourselves.
Well, I mean, we're learning as we go. We're learning to grow a business, but we're also learning, like, with, it's not just me and Christy. It's, all the service providers that we have within the store. And just like we want to make sure that we're giving quality products, we're also trying to make sure that we maintain quality service providers. Mm-hmm. And that's not always an easy thing to do. Just because a person's a member of a queer community doesn't always make them a safe person. Yeah. And so we are very adamant, and we're learning as we go about how to vet people in and make sure that we are giving a safe space for the providers to provide, but also that these providers are being safe for the people that are coming in and getting those services. So I think, because we love everybody, we want the best for everybody. We all rise together. That's kind of our motto here with the service providers, because they all are, they manage themselves, they're growing their own skills and businesses themselves. So, it's just that community that we're trying to build.
What's the hiring process here? Do you look for your workers here, or do they come into you? How do you guys get your workers?
For the most part, they approach us,
Oh,
and
wow.
usually because you've seen the space, we're out of space, but somehow we've made more space.
Yeah, you really have.
It's like an accordion. I don't know. Yeah, so we really need to make sure that they're aligned with the mission and the vibe. It has to check, and they have to be like collaborative and want everyone to rise, because everyone is so affected by the others in this business, and so we have to make sure that everybody is working for the same goals and prioritizes client care. We say we take care of you, you take care of the customers, and we take care of the customers too. But,
Right.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great thing to do. And you look at like regular jobs or like in the corporate world, you don't prioritize that, it trickles
It's
down
just
into
kind of a number.
everything. Yeah, it's
which I do want to say also, it's important to me that just because you come in here because it's a safe space does not mean you should get like a crappy service or but so we want to make sure that our service providers provide top-notch service.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah. The great thing about also the way we are set up, because I don't know if we spoke to this yet, and I'm not sure if this is your question, so I might be jumping ahead. But anyways, all the services we offer, we have the hair section, we have piercing, tattoo, massage, nails, is like you, even in the straight world, you don't find a space that you can get all those services underneath one roof. And so the relationships actually deepen because of that, because you're here with all these people and the familiarity and the connections. And then to top it all off, like, I don't know how convenient you could make self-care. Like, self-care is something that everyone in the world struggles with.
Yes.
And if you can go to one space and get all the self-care, you're more apt to get that.
I think that would be Bob.
I was gonna say, make around.
People
Make
do.
a day of it.
People do.
Oh, I need my haircut. Oh, you're open right now for a tattoo, but I should get a massage, but I'd rather get a tattoo right now.
Right.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Or I'm getting a massage. Oh, I'm here with my partner getting a massage. Oh wait, I should go get a haircut.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys can make it people, listen. Make it as a date option. We're gonna have to spend a little bit of money and make sure tip good. My wife is a hairstylist, and you need to tip.
We
Yeah.
love tips.
Yes.
Speaking of dates, though, the massage crew does couples massage.
Mm-hmm.
We shut down the whole store, dim the lights, put up a canopy
Ooh.
with curtains. Like, it's very private, it's very intimate, it's very relaxing, and Ken and Ryan take care of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are they appointment only? Are most
Yes.
the workers here appointment only, or can you walk in for like a haircut, tattoo?
They do both. For the couples massage, it does have to be reach out directly to Ryan. But for most part, you can either walk in or do appointments. Which
Amazing.
at this point, they're so busy that you should probably at least call ahead.
Yeah.
Now that's a good thing right there.
Yeah.
A booked schedule. What award were you guys presented? I don't know if it was 2025 or 2026. Okay, I didn't want to get the date wrong. I do know I did follow and I did watch because you mentioned it. And I was like, I hope this happens. And then when I saw it pop up, I'm like, Holly, look, they got it.
So we competed in the Alt Cap Pitch Your Biz competition, which is local, and over 100 people applied. It's for business owners, and we made it to the finals, and then we got second place. We won $20,000 of a grant, which was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, we have this huge check in our office.
Hell yes. Is it all businesses from like straight to
Yes.
career? Now that is cool.
Yes. Yes.
It was very validating because
Yes.
just to be recognized as we have a good business, we have a strong business model, we have good revenue, we stay on top of the numbers, and it was just really validating that the straight world saw that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Being on a podium where it's like, I'm gay, I'm proud, and I got a fucking business over here,
Right.
crushing it. So what did that moment mean to you, or whoever wants to tap into that first?
Well, so what it meant to me was like, I'm gonna get emotional.
Let it out.
So Christy, what?
I didn't realize you were the crush.
No, yes. So just seeing all the hard work that my wife has done, like people acknowledging it, and like you said, not just the queer community, but the straight community, for them to say you matter, and she does matter so much. And she doesn't see it like we've talked about. She doesn't see how much she matters, but she really matters to this community, to the city, and to everybody else in the U.S. that's, you know, queer. You know, is like, this is big, this is huge, and I see where it's going, and she may not see it, but I'm like, we're gonna be in on every region, coast to coast. Like this is something we're gonna take because it is needed. It's sad that it's needed because we shouldn't have to exist so that other people can have this. But until that day comes, we're going to fight very hard to get where everybody else is at.
Yeah, and we're here.
Yeah.
And we're here for it, and don't stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Do not stop because someone says, oh, you're too loud with all the gayness. I'm sorry, you're too loud with your straightness. We're here. We are here, we are proud, and again, that's a huge, huge moment for both of you guys. And I think it says a lot about your character as well, what you're doing for the community.
And I love you tooting her horn.
We're gonna have to disagree.
Yeah, I pull the
Toot your own
cheerleading
horn.
outfit out as much as I can.
Yes.
Yeah, and it speaks to our business, you know, working as business partners, as we are working as business partners, and we would not, if we didn't have the marriage and the relationship that we have, we would not be doing as good in business as we're doing, and we work hard at our you know, we're not perfect. We listening and hearing each other every day, and it is key. Like just the other day, I called her for the fourth time, having this same discussion. I was like, okay, I just want to make sure that I heard this right, and so yeah.
I think that is not something that we do well in our community, and we will talk more about your guys' relationship, but communication and just being honest and open. You guys obviously love each other. I mean, you guys are holding hands, but like talking about it and you're cheering her on. Business is hard, but you take that into your marriage, it can also be a lot heavier. But you said a very valid point that I think a lot of people in our community struggle with, and it's communication and honesty, because you think they're going to run the opposite way. If they really love you, they're not going to.
It takes a lot of trust.
It does. It does. And that, again, conversation. What do I need? What do you need? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Instead of shoving it down with a bottle of alcohol like I used to do.
That's
But-
very common.
Yeah, and it's sad. But I love what you guys are doing and working together as a couple. But what about you? This was your moment too. Let's hear from your side.
It was extremely validating to be seen in a straight competition. I'm not sure, but I think we were the only queer business to make it to the finals. Don't know about who all applied for the other parts, but just to be up there with, and here's the thing, like the businesses that were up there in the final 10 were so good. And I thought, I was looking at everybody and watching their pitches, because we had a class of 6 weeks before that to learn to prepare our pitches, and just seeing everybody, I was like, well, I don't think we're going to get anything because these are really strong competitors, but so it was very validating.
They made you guys take a class?
Well, they
Wow.
gave us the class.
Okay, I was like,
It
wait a
wasn't
second.
optional, but it was very informative, and it was very helpful to learn how to perfect. And I learned a lot. I learned that they mainly focus on the finances.
That's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool. Well, again, congratulations. Now that we get to see you in person and see what's going to happen, but we will dive more into that again.
What events does MOC BOD like to be a part of? Or have you joined any events like Pride? What all do you like to?
So we had been open maybe 2 months when we were approached by the director of Pride, and they asked us to create and manage a wellness tent. And so we did. And we had, I think, 34 providers the first year, where they just come in all areas of wellness, like physical, mental, financial, spiritual, environmental. There's one more I'm forgetting, but
It's a lot.
and that way the community could come in and find the resources in a safe place. Like we had doulas and like end of life things, and domestic violence, and a lot of talk therapy and physical therapy, and just, it was great.
Yeah.
And we participated, like we are honored to be able to table at places like Where to Find Us. This
Queer
is
Dyke
us.
Night.
Yeah.
That was a bit, we've heard about that. I'm like,
Oh.
you need to come
Yeah, it's
Queer
amazing.
Dyke Night is,
Yeah.
Rebecca puts it on. Queer Dyke Night is an amazing event, and
Legendary.
everyone shows, like when I say everyone shows up, everyone shows up. So highly recommend Queer Dyke Nights.
Okay, where is it held at though?
It's
What
in different
bar?
events.
Okay.
So it used to be held at Big Rip Brewing Company,
Mhm.
and owner moved from Kansas City, so now they're hosting it in different events. But you can follow them on Instagram, and they post all their events and times and
Okay.
dates. So yeah, and it's amazing. Yeah, they do a really great job.
I know that we have talked about what MOC BOD means to you, but what does pride mean to MOC BOD?
Community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have it's written down on my notes.
Yeah, because I think pride for us is almost like, so family is not always a great thing when we talk about it in our community. To me, it's like reunion, like there, you know, when Pride Weekend happens, like you see people. Sometimes that's the only time that you see some of the people that show up, and like. When you have a drag performer run clear across the park after it's rained in 6-inch heels and mud just to come say hi to you because they haven't seen you in the last few months, like I said, it's just community.
Yeah.
It's just that time where, you know, everybody steps out, comes to see one another, and it's one big party.
Yes, it is.
I
Yes,
will
it is.
say though, Pride here is 365 days a week, 366 not days a week, days a year. Oh,
Yeah.
Here in MOC BOD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're just always proud here.
Yeah,
Oh, and in our life too, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to be.
Yes, yes, and again, this is one of the hardest things in our community is to be proud of who you are because we live in a society where we're living a bad life, we're not able to live a fruitful life because we can't have children the way that's normal for people, and all these things where the people that do struggle with their identity, it's a reason why you need to be around community,
Mhm.
and that's why pride is so important.
Mhm.
People are like, why do you guys need to do that? You don't struggle with your identity, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
What does showing up publicly represent to you guys? For the community to show up and support?
Visibility. I think showing up is one, showing that we exist. Like being able to have those connections, being able to see someone else and be able to identify with them. Because, you know, I think the more and more we come together, the more and more it's relatable. We're relatable to one another. We're not alone. And I think that's a huge problem is isolation. When people become like, you know, we went through COVID and we all had to isolate, you know, and I think isolation creates so many problems through mental health, through physicality, through all of that, where when you become connected to people, we blossom, it's healthy, you know, so it's the best for everyone.
Yeah, finding a community, and like there's communities inside the community,
Yes.
right? You know, you have people trans, bisexual, like all the way across the board. And it doesn't mean that you can't be with everybody, but I think when you find your niche, like you said, you can blossom, and I love that for people when they do, because they're thriving, no longer surviving.
Right.
Why is it important to circulate money within the queer spaces?
Because we have to support each other. And, you know, we are such a minority that it's very important that we just continue to support each other and build each other up and increase the visibility, which, as we've talked about, is extremely important for the queer community to just be out there and be visible and be seen and be heard.
And then on the flip side of that, and this is something we've learned in our businesses, is that not all businesses that sell queer product support queer lifestyle. And one of the main things that we sell in the store is pride flags. And crazy enough, we only found one company that sold pride flags that did not sell flags that contradicted with our mission. So knowing that if you are spending your money with a queer company, that we are supporting the queer community. Where if you're spending your money somewhere else, we are finding out more and more companies are supporting those that do not and actually work against our community.
Yeah, I will say since everything has changed with who's in charge, it really kind of does open your eyes, and another reason why we want to create this kind of space because we cannot be supporting things that don't support who we are. Because
Right.
that hurts a lot when you find out, okay, that's actually not what I thought.
Yeah.
We want our money to go to places that support us. Like we have queer key hats and totes, and every time we place an order, they will buy pride flags and distribute them in their town.
Okay.
Wow. Love that.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Well, we're gonna dive into my favorite part, and maybe we'll get a little mushy gushy.
Again,
Yes. Okay. Who knows it first? How'd you meet? Who wants
Tell
to
us about the
say?
beginning.
Yeah, take us back.
Once upon a time.
Don't mess it up now. Pressure's on.
Actually, we get asked this question a lot, so I think we've got it down pat.
Okay.
Are you going or am I going?
You can go.
So once upon a time, I was in a Facebook group called KCL, which stands for Kansas City Lesbians. And then she joins. And I said, oh, she's cute. She's funny. She's smart. She's amazing. And of course, she never popped up at any of the events. So I did some digging and I'm like, what does she like? So I found out that she likes Italian food because I asked. And everybody answered, but I only cared about one. So I created, because the group does, meetups and everything. So I created a meetup at an Italian restaurant. So she comes, but there's like 20 people that came. And so I'm sitting trying to sit in the middle. So just in case.
Were you pulling up your phone trying to figure out?
Well, she came super late.
Oh.
Maybe half an hour late, and sat clear on the opposite end. So I was like, and then she didn't really work out to have a conversation because there's all these other people. And then she left early.
You had to work.
Well, and then so I got in a relationship, and then she got in a relationship, and then we did what we did, and finally we became really good friends and very best friends, really. And then we were both single recently and went out to a Mexican restaurant, as one does, to cry over tacos. Not that we were crying, but. And then she said, I thought you were cute when I first joined the group. And I said, I thought you were cute when I first joined the group.
And then you got the U-Haul keys and rolled off into the sunset.
So actually, that's another whole fun story. So we dated for quite some time. And then Christy went to the Women's March here in town and was driving home. And Christy at the time lived in the Kansas side of Kansas City. And I lived in the Missouri side. Well, the march was on the Missouri side, and she was driving home, and her car broke down.
Mysteriously.
Right. And was maybe 5 miles from my house. And
Mysteriously.
she called me, and she's like, hey. And I was just like, okay. And then I went and got her little dog and brought him back to the house. And then that's when we started living together.
I never left.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. How many months? Because we do move very fast.
Yeah.
3 months, 4 months of moving in. How fast was that?
Moving in
0.5
from yeah. No, I would say we were dating for at least 6 months before you moved in.
Okay.
4 or 6.
We'll say 5.
Okay, 5 months.
5. But mind you, we had known each other for years before this.
Okay.
So moved in, and then I think that following February, which was probably another 6 months, you proposed. And then we got married in 2020 in our living room, a COVID wedding. And then we got married again with friends and family in 2022.
Okay. When you guys first saw each other, did you guys both have short hair, or have things changed? The first impression, what was that like?
Charlie had really long, pretty hair.
I go through phases. I do long hair, short hair. I identify as femme, sporty femme, STEM, whatever. I think the number one thing about me and Christy from day one that's never changed is we're both adventurous people. The things that drew me to Christy was in her profile pictures, it was her hiking, or her on a bike, or her canoeing, or and she lived in a camper and traveled across the country, and I was just like, oh my God, somebody who's living life, to the fullest. And here I am in my little 9-to-5 corporate job, I've got a dog. Our life has been one big continuous adventure, and that's, yeah.
Sometimes I worry about that because you had a really good, stable 9-to-5 job. And now look at us.
Hey.
And when you saw Charlie, like, what was that like? I mean, you said that she was cute, but like, what she talked about your photos. Was there anything that kind of caught your eye?
Her comments. She was just very smart and witty and self-assured. She had a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And she's just funny.
You have to laugh.
You have to laugh.
Oh, we laugh. Yeah, there's a lot of laughter in our home.
Charlie has a huge heart. Like, huge. Wouldn't even fit in this building.
Oh, yes, because here's the story of when Christy fell in love with me. So we have an exact moment when Christy. So one of our first dates,
This is true.
we went to go to. Christy had found a space that was a patio that we could take the dog, her little juice man, to dinner with us because he was a rescue from a puppy mill, and so he had like some bonding issues, whatever. And we always had to go with her. So we went to the restaurant, and it was like no go. So there was a Mexican restaurant that I frequented and I loved, and I knew the people, and I walked in and I was like, hey, I need this dog to be able to come inside with us. And the people were like, yeah, we'll put you in this little section. And so that was the day that Christy fell in love with me.
She cared about my dog.
Yes.
Huge baby. Yes.
Your baby.
We have a picture of him sitting right, in the little corner, looking at the menu.
I mean, I feel like you definitely that's a card right there that automatic that she's gonna win.
Because I never would have done that. I would have just,
Being showed the dog.
Have you both only dated women before, or have you dated men and women? What is your life story kind of coming up?
I was raised very religiously, so I dated men quite a bit. Did not realize I was gay until I was 39. I wasn't even closeted, and I think knowing that I was gay, but just not living the lifestyle. I just did not know until I was 39.
Okay.
Yeah. So late in life, lesbian.
Yes.
And that's
But I recommend come out as soon as you know, because it's way better on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I feel like more emotional connection.
Yes.
I'm able to have conversation. Like a dude, I think it's just sometimes like talking to a wall because I did do the dude time, but you know.
Do the dude.
You're gonna answer that question.
Oh, so
She's like, you knock it out of this.
Next.
no, actually, so I was fortunate in a lot of ways because the minute I could walk, my mom shoved me into sports, and so in the 3rd grade, my little sports soccer friends told me I was a lesbian because every time we made little collages in art class, I was always picking out women with bras. I'm a boob girl.
Yeah.
So I knew, and the thing is like, even though I knew, and my friends kind of knew, I think like in 8th grade was my first lesbian experience, kissing a girl. But there was also like the societal pressures of like prom and homecomings and things like that. So I did date 2 guys throughout my entire lifetime. And then that was that. And then as soon as I got in my 20s, I was just like, yeah, no, I know where I want to be. And boobies were where they're at.
Take that man somewhere else. What does support look like for both of you in your relationship? What do you do for self-care and to take care of each other? Make sure your guys are mentally good.
Cups filled.
We really have to prioritize time to sit down and just be together. And it's hard to not fall into talking about the business because it's such a burden. Not a bad way, but there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it. And so we really have to prioritize just spending time together, checking in with each other a lot, listening, making sure that we're heard, making sure that we're hearing the other person. It's very intentional.
Yeah. Time is very precious because like usually if one of us is working the shop, one of us is at home. So the shop closes at 7 o'clock through the week. So it's, and I'm 9 o'clock in the bed. Lesbian, that's where I'm at in life. I turn into a pumpkin. So like we only have a couple hours in the evening, and like if something happens at the store or something's going on, we have to have those conversations because we have to. So time is very precious.
Yeah, I would say that is something that I can do a better job of because we talk about it like we're both business owners too. but you can get so wrapped up in it. Do you guys have a specific day that you're like, you know what? No business talk. This is our reset because we have a Sunday reset in the Hazel house. Do you guys do anything? Because you talk about intentionality. Do you do anything like that?
Monday nights.
Monday nights. Okay.
Which is kind of our Saturday night.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good way to start the week.
Yeah.
You can literally like self-care or care for each other in your own space here.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Yeah. Well, self-care, like we do self-care at home. Like self-care for Christy is back scratches.
Yes.
Yeah. And self-care for me is making sure I have my coffee in the morning.
Sounds like you guys are very aligned.
That's actually self-care for me.
Making the coffee.
You already have it, she has coffee. Self-preservation.
Yes. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Right.
Yes. Fill each other's cups, but hers literally.
Yeah,
Right.
literally, yes. Right there with you.
For the balance between your business and marriage, is it hard to make it work as far as like when you guys first started out? Did you stress each other out, or like how did that look for you guys?
When we first started, it was rough.
Yes.
We had a lot of problems because, especially since I was like, this deep in the business and she was, just kind of in and out because of her other responsibilities, it was very difficult. And so we really had to work on our communication, work on building the trust, and you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like we're very fortunate that we got through all of that because it was really rough.
Yep, and that's entrepreneurship is not easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
But it does take a very solid support team.
Yeah.
I would love to talk about your guys' coming out stories if you're comfortable. If not, that is totally okay.
So I was 39, and I had a wild life. Like I trained horses, I've been mountain biking, all this stuff, and I broke my first bone by falling upstairs in an office.
Oh no.
And so I had to go to occupational therapy for hand therapy, and the occupational therapist was a very kind, out, butch lesbian, and I liked it when she touched my hand.
Yes.
And then I finally was able to just realize, like looking back, I can't believe I did not realize I was gay until 39, but here we are.
Sometimes it happens like that.
Is that what you call the closet is glass?
I've never heard that one.
Is that where other people see it but you don't?
Oh,
Is that correct?
I think that's good.
Is that the closet is glass, I think.
Would you say that maybe you were like, again, the fear of if I say this, I will lose people, or any of those kind of thoughts?
Looking back, I feel like my mother probably knew I was gay. I think she had a huge fear and just, it was bad.
What emotions ran through you whenever you went to tell her?
Actually, my sister outed me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at a family Christmas event.
Oh.
And it was great. So lost a lot of family members, made my own.
Was it in like spite? Were you guys like fighting, or like was she just?
We don't really talk much in our family.
Yeah.
And my sister was just concerned about me because she's a very strong Christian and believes that everybody should not go to hell, and so she thinks that, and she loves me and doesn't want me to go to hell. And we just cannot have a relationship because very unkind words are said.
Yeah.
We just don't talk.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing, because I know that probably was not easy.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
It's
Helps
important that people know. Like, and that's the thing. It's so hard. I lost a lot of people that I really love, but I had to look back.
Yeah.
Why are you making us cry so much?
We have that effect on you. Well, actually, I should say it's more of my wife. She's very good at that. She's the light, but she's also she's easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Hairstylist.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Professional.
Yes. Charlie, what about you?
So actually mine was like, once again, really easy. I was fortunate. My mom, I think, is a closeted lesbian. And my mom was like, softball, soccer, she's the one that got me into sports and everything. And plus also, I know she went on a camping trip with a friend one time that I know was lesbian. Her friend was lesbian. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I think my mom was kind of like, and now mind you, me and my mom do not have a good relationship at all, but when it was like no big deal. It was just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, no big deal. And my dad, I'm a daddy's girl, And it was hard for my dad because I just didn't want to disappoint him. And you know, his first response was like, well, I love you, but I don't like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool though, because over the years it has like definitely changed. And he, you know, he's a boomer that's actually going to therapy.
Hey.
Ooh,
So
awesome.
yeah, and he 100% supports our business, 100% supports my relationship with Christy. In fact, he's shed tears behind seeing Christy. He gets so happy to see Christy. He loves her, yeah, and so much so that at Christmas I got a bird feeder and she got the Nintendo Switch too.
Oh.
So it sounds like
saying.
my favorite.
Just saying.
I get it. Someone took the favorite slot in their family too.
It is really cool to hear. I mean, you both have very different stories, but knowing for like our allies out there when they hear their kids saying, I'm this, I'm that, and I think it's an initial shock.
Right.
Because we have lived a life that we thought we were supposed to make everybody else feel comfortable. But we don't have to do that, and it is scary, but it is so possible for people to come around eventually.
Yeah.
I hope that for more people, but you just can't.
Yeah, Dad comes to the space and he's very conscious of his behavior, his words, and making sure that they align with the mission. He loves everyone here. He enjoys the space and he has a lot of fun.
I think that's even better right there. Just a man like so strong and confident in himself that like he's not bothered.
No, not at all.
He fits right in, and that's the thing. We don't check at the door. Are you gay or are you bi or what?
Let me see the gaydar.
Yeah. Okay, you can come in.
I mean, we hold space for our community. We definitely do that, but there's enough room that, you know, like everybody's welcome.
Be cool. Be.
Yeah, that was the thing on the paper. I think I saw. Yes.
The hardest part, we'll kind of talk about the hardest part for you. What do you feel was like the hardest or toughest situation for you?
About coming out. Like I said, it was like disappointing my dad because like I was the only girl. I was the oldest. I was, like I said, I was daddy's girl. Which, side note, was daddy's girl. Side note, I had a conversation with him the other day to tell him that it was all his fault that I'm a lesbian because, and for all you young people out there, check out Solid Gold and the Benny Hill Show because that is when watching those shows is his fault because Benny Hill always ended with some topless woman running around being chased. And Solid Gold Dancers, the ending of the theme show was of some woman, they zeroed in on her butt and she'd shake her butt in the camera and I was just memorized by that. But anyways,
That's how we know.
But yeah, so for my dad, like he had these like ideas of like walking me down the aisle and like he wanted a man to take care of me and protect me because, you know, I mean, he grew up in a traditional home as well where like his wife stayed home and he went to work, you know, and so I think the disappointment there was my biggest concern for him because he felt like he was going to miss out on all these things if I became a lesbian. And so I think, like I said, through my relationship with Christy, seeing the happiness and the healthiness of our relationship, he's just like, screw it, you know what, you're happy, you're healthy, I'm good, you know.
Yes, that's so good. Like, why can't that be for more people?
It's really not that hard to be nice.
Right.
It's free. I think everything else in this world is free.
Lots of love to give from us. And I just wish that more people would have those kind of reactions from parents.
Yeah.
But can't have it all.
How was your mental health whenever you, obviously I know that you were having a hard time, you know, like with everything. How did you mentally cope with that?
It was really difficult. Mainly I just stay busy and ignore it, but I have a wonderful therapist. I've been seeing her for a long time. Very supportive. It's very helpful to be able to have that supportive person who cares about you, but also is not that, you know, not engaged or whatever the word is.
I do have to ask, when you were trying to stay busy, were you a person that was trying to find queer spaces or like busy with work? I want to clarify that for me specifically, or even listeners too.
Mainly just busy with work. I was trying to, first I tried to deny it and just, you know, it was very difficult because I was raised so conservatively Christian and it was just such a horrible thing that I was doing. at the time. You know?
Yeah.
And I would go out dancing, and as soon as some woman started dancing with me, poof, I was gone. So it took some time to accept myself. That was the hardest part, is accepting myself.
Loving yourself, yeah.
What is the biggest piece of advice you would give your younger self?
Take up your space in the world.
Our younger generation, like if there was something that you wish you would have known, because again, we are the seasoned lesbians now, and
Right.
we are role models for our
Yeah.
younger kids.
Well, and I think if I'm speaking to the younger generation, but also speaking to my young self, the younger generation is doing what I'm like, shit, I wish I had known I could do that. Like all these people are like, that are converting the vans and just traveling and going and living. Because when I was growing up, it was like there was a system involved that you followed this line. You went to school, you went to college, you got your 9 to 5, and that's what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to make sure you had insurance and you had retirement and all this other stuff. And so looking at the millennials and Gen Zs, just like y'all are killing it. I love it. I love it, love it. I am the Gen Xer that's sitting on the sideline with the bags of lunch ready for you. Or like, I'm the person you call, like for all the protesters and everything that's going on in the world, I mean, call me, I will come up with the bond money. Like, absolutely, like I am y'all's biggest cheerleaders. I know that you guys are on an uphill battle because of all the crap that my parents and their parents laid out for you guys. And so like, yeah, I'm here for it. I'm old, I'm tired, but I will support in whatever way I can. So yeah, as far as my younger self, I just wish I had learned from you guys of like, this is how you do things.
And that's actually one of the things that I talk about in my coaching program, is that no one has taught us. We've all been taught how to be straight, but no one has ever taught how to be a lesbian, how to be a gay guy, or be queer in general.
Right.
Until you've actually done it. So if we can go back and look, like, okay, this is, if I would have known that, I would have done it this way. But again, you learn, and now you get to give it back. And you have an opportunity to do that for people when they come in your store, which is amazing.
Yeah. I definitely learn from so many people who come in my store.
I'm sure. And there's probably some times where you're just like, wow, I get to have this opportunity and help others. I think that would be one of the most rewarding things about this store.
Yeah.
And just sit there and kind of like, wow, I get to have these moments with people where I'm like, I wish I would have had that as a kid.
Right.
One of my favorite moments is when, I'm horrible with ages, probably 15 to 17-year-old came in with their mom and tried on a binder for the first time, and they had a button-up shirt on that, you know, gapped a little bit, and when they put on the binder, it fit beautifully, like the shirt fit beautifully, and they both cried, and I cried, because it was just, they were so happy in that moment, and and they thanked me for existing, and that's so rewarding and humbling. It was great.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's really touching.
Yeah.
And inspiring.
Yeah.
That you get to be that, you know, and you get to take that all in firsthand.
I'm very fortunate.
Very cool. Well, when we look at being a lesbian, unless you guys identify something else, but I'm assuming like lesbian, what do you find the most pride in as a lesbian?
My wife.
I love that answer.
I take great pride in my wife, but also kind of speaking to something you were saying earlier about like baby in the corner or whatever, you know, I think as women, we are taught from an early age to shrink ourselves and to make, you know, apologies for us, our existence. And I think that's one of the things, especially like with MOC BOD, you know, masculine of center, you know, whether they're trans masc or stud or butch lesbian, however they identify, how they identify. The fact of it is that, I mean, even trans masc, you know, it was born woman, and so it's like that still is innately filtered into their, you know, existence. And so it's like, and this goes with MOC BOD, is like we are not shrinking ourselves as lesbians. We are not shrinking ourselves as women, you know, holding space, keeping space for that, especially in Kansas City. Like, you know, we spoke about Queer Dyke Night, you know, I mean, it's Queer Dyke Night. Yes, everybody comes, but, you know, it just kind of speaks to the lesbian, the L in the alphabet, you know. We take care of everybody else but ourselves, and I think that's one of the core parts of MOC BOD.
I love that. We talk about visibility with pride and everything, but for you in the queer community individually, what does visibility mean? Have you always been a visible person, or more of like kind of just taking a sideline seat for a little bit and now coming out of the shell?
I don't know that I'm a back behind the scenes person.
Okay.
I always have been, probably always will be.
Okay.
I don't like the spotlight. I like to stay in the background and do things.
Okay.
Cheer from the back.
Yeah. Sweep the floor.
Introvert, extrovert. Since an early age, like I was always running for like some kind of, you know, like president of this club or something like that. I've been in the limelight a lot my entire life. It was just kind of how I was raised, to be pushed out there. Plus also my family, it was a large family, so I had to be loud to be heard. I'm used to it, but the thing that's great is like, going back to her, tooting a horn again.
I love it.
So Christy would like to say that, but the thing is that Christy is very well known in the community because of KCL. You know, she was a moderator in KCL, and people, you know, she's got such a high standard of integrity for herself. Like any space that she's in, she's being honest, she's being thoughtful, and very mindful of the people around her. Big heart as well. And a lot of people in this town know her for that. Like Christy's held very highly in our community, and a lot of people know her, and more people are know her, so she's becoming a celebrity as well.
You're coming to the light.
Yes.
Getting out of that dusty.
Yeah. I used to joke when we go out, because I would be like, I'm Christy's wife. Like I'd just be like, I'm Christy Vincent's wife, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's who I am, you know.
No.
I have a big personality, but you know, like I said, what you're doing matters so much. Like I'm just fun. I'm Mama Bear. I'm like the person that everybody runs to, like when shit's going wrong, you know.
It's what we are doing.
Yeah.
You're a team.
Dream team. What would some advice be for somebody that's struggling to come out? If you had somebody who popped in here or messaged you, what are some resources, or how would you help them in the situation?
That actually happens quite a bit. We're very fortunate that we have Our Spot KC, which is a local nonprofit, and they have a lot of groups and resources and things. Probably 90% of the time I can send people that way. They have housing for LGBTQ youth who have been kicked out.
Okay.
Super, Our Spot KC, very helpful. The advice really is take your time, be kind to yourself, don't push yourself, just, you know, live authentically. It's so much nicer. It's very difficult, but it's so much more relaxing and freeing and just better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling the weight come off of your shoulders and
Not angry.
Yeah.
or
Stay
internally like, I don't want to say like ashamed, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to the others out there.
be brave.
Yeah. Yes.
Charlie, did you have something to add?
No, I think she did perfectly.
Okay.
What would be some advice for somebody who doesn't feel accepted?
Oh,
We get that a lot in here.
yeah.
We will frequently have somebody come in that is wearing a dress for the first time, and they will kind of slink in because it would be super nerve-wracking, and we don't care. I mean, we don't we don't care what your dress is.
Yeah, when they come in, you're just
We welcome you. Come on in. What's up? How's it going? Where do you know? What's up? And by the time they leave, they're laughing and confident and standing up taller. Yeah, just find your community. Find your people.
Well, and that kind of plays back to the whole statement about like us showing up. Like it's important for us to be out there, because those people that are feeling not accepted just haven't found those people that will accept you.
That's true.
And so making sure that we know that they know there are people that will accept you.
Yeah. The support is there.
Yeah.
Her answer was way better.
Give yourself credit.
Right?
But with like when they're coming out, and so like when I was a teacher,
Uh-huh.
I wanted to make sure I talked about my life and being like this role model of like, I am gay and I'm still doing a very hard job.
Mhm.
Where we don't really get to be ourselves in jobs. Now you also have to kind of morph to some situations to be able to survive essentially. And that's not fair. But for somebody, if they want to do something, what would be the advice of like, hey, how do I do this I mean, you guys are in businesses, your own business, but also in corporate world. How would they try and navigate all that? Like, what would be the advice to still live the life that they want?
That's difficult to do because honestly, we do live in an unsafe world. And so it's a matter of self-preservation and finding your community so that you have that support and just keep on.
And that's one of the components of MOC BOD. At our front door, we have racks of business cards of resources. And so we are trying to build all those resources, everything from mental health to, like, we even have a lesbian-owned HVAC company that, you can have come out to our house.
We love that.
And-
Caliente.
Yeah, yes, shout out to Caliente. Anyways, but yeah, so we're trying to build the community, build those resources. So like, even if you're looking for a job, you're like, hey, this is a safe space to go work.
Yeah, and again, it's hard to envision yourself in it if there's no role models, but the fact that you guys have actual resources and the HVAC job, that's cool.
And you're able to tell them safe spaces to go or where, I feel like it's a big deal as well.
Yeah, I think sometimes we're scared to ask.
Yeah.
And ask, please, ask people that have done it and shown up and use them as a resource completely. It's not to be a burden. I think that's part of what happens for us is like, I don't want to be too much.
Right.
I will say people approach us with very awkward conversations, but we are happy that they trust us and they feel safe enough to talk to us. So it is an honor for me when people confide in me or ask me awkward questions because I feel honored that they trust me.
Yeah.
I feel safe.
Absolutely. I think again speaks to this building that you've built. Toot your horn, man.
Don't stop tooting it.
But as we look down the line for MOC BOD, what are future plans? What's 5 years look like? I mean, you guys have some exciting things happen, but let's hear about it if you can share some of the stuff that's going on.
We are working very hard on getting a bigger space that we own. So instead of putting our money into our landlord's pockets, we would be able to build up our community more. And then after that, we would like to move into other cities. Ideally, like best case scenario, we would not need to exist anymore because everybody would be safe everywhere. But it's not going that direction. So that's the goal, is to just be able to support as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So you want to bring like MOC BODs, like Columbia, kind of situation. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also collaborating with other companies, queer-owned companies around the U.S. We were putting some things into place to start collaborating with other businesses around the U.S. Like even with the binders, even one of the steps in between us creating actual brick and mortars in other cities and states is being able to find other companies that would be able to carry our binders in store, and so that people can try on the binders.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Again, to branch out and find other queer-owned business, but people who are aligned with what you guys are is key.
That's very important.
When you look at MOC BOD, what is the legacy that you want to continue to leave moving forward, or?
Honestly, I would hope that people would just see that the queer community is pretty just like everybody else. Like, we're just people. And most people have really good hearts and are intentional and want the world to be a better place. And that's who we are.
Yeah.
I'd like to add to that.
Yes,
So just to add to that, legacy would be to be able to walk into a place where the question is off the table whether or not you're going to be safe. Like that, there's no question about it. You can be yourself and not worry.
Yeah.
And I think that is for most of us. Do I have to constantly look over my shoulder or not wear gay? So I like that a lot because I sometimes feel that way.
And then also I feel like going out into public places sometimes, like knowing where your exits are, like sad things we shouldn't have to think about, but so just feeling safe is so important.
That's why I love going to a gay bar. I just don't have to really think. I mean, you still have to, but not be as concerned in a straight bar.
Right.
Yeah. Be aware of something. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some rapid fire questions. What is your favorite queer brand?
Oh.
Can't be your own.
Okay.
Oh, it can't be them.
Oh.
No, I was gonna say.
I have so many that I'm afraid to name any because then I'll leave some out and I'll leave them out.
Top 3.
Queer Key,
Yes.
the Little Rainbow Company,
Yes.
and Small Victories.
Yes. I agree with all three of those. Sorry, I just because we carry them in store, and I know so much about them, and I can confidently say those three.
And they give back to the community and they care about the environment.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's so important.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big Gay Collective candles.
Oh yes,
Big Gay Collective candles.
yes.
Okay, I love candles.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
what is your favorite Pride memory?
honestly, waking up the next morning with an equality fake tattoo and glitter everywhere, tired, and just so at peace.
Yeah, Snow Gang.
Yeah.
Feeling Snow Gang.
All the glitter.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, it was walking in the parade.
Yeah. Have you only done Kansas Cities, or have you got to walk in any other
Just
places?
Kansas City.
Okay.
We do have another one we might need to have you at. That's the Ashland one.
Oh, okay.
Very small right now, but getting bigger.
Yes,
Oh,
it
nice.
is. Yeah. And we will be doing this year 5 for the festival, but we're doing a second year of parade in a very small conservative town, as well as I will be putting on the 3rd year of the walk run.
Oh, nice.
So it's getting bigger, and we have a lot more vendors, and it's neat to see it in that town.
Yeah, get us the information.
Sure.
And I feel like with Ashland, so I grew up in Ashland, and how many people would you say are there now?
More than 8,000?
What? It's like 3,000 on the side.
Oh,
or
I thought it was
something.
bigger than Boonville.
No, but it's really cool to see how far that they've come along as well. Growing up, I didn't really have anybody, I didn't know anybody that I could look up to, so having that space in Ashland is so important and so awesome. And then the Pride event, like doing big things there.
Shout out Dandelion, thank you so much.
Yes.
You guys will definitely want to get in contact with them too. I feel like just another ally, ally within business.
Right.
Because they do the same thing that you guys with all of the merchandise
Nice.
in there.
Okay.
Awesome.
What is your favorite thing about one another? I know we kind of covered some things we love, but what is your most favorite thing about each other?
Her heart.
Oh, her sense of humor.
The face!
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And then, what's your favorite thing about owning a queer business?
Just being able to be here for the community. Like, my entire life, I've wanted to help people. And especially with everything that's going on right now, I feel very helpless and incompetent and useless. And Charlie reminds me frequently that by owning this business, we are doing something. We are standing up. We are helping people. And that helps me get through the rough times.
Yeah. And it's definitely watching a person come in and with the concern, the worry, the stress, and watching them walk out with all of that off of their shoulders. The transformations that we get to see day to day,
It's so heartfelt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Love. Do you have any more questions? Any rapid fire you'd like to?
Oh, I do actually, because I think you forgot it. I hope we watched the L Word. Who's the favorite character from the L Word? Oh my god, you guys never seen the L Word?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I have not.
Oh my god!
We have to go home and watch
Seasons to watch.
Oh
I thought she was
my!
embarrassed about who her favorite character was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you absolutely need to watch that.
Have you heard?
My grandma was
My
even
favorite-
obsessed with somebody from the L Word.
Carmen.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
So you did watch it?
I
Or
did.
seen it?
Yeah.
Yours? Okay.
I was waiting because I thought she was going to say something. I thought she was going to say Shane.
No, I never watched it.
Everyone loves Shane.
Everybody, all the straight women
Shane's
too.
so toxic.
I know. That's why I thought she was. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh man, that's fucking it's hilarious. Well, they do have a podcast too. I can't remember their first names, but Alice and Shane are now podcast people, book, and everything.
Yeah, they just opened their own bar.
Yeah, or
Oh, wow.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or unless they were like helping, but
I
yes.
think it's theirs.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Definitely check out the L Word. I'm very
Okay.
surprised because I feel like that is a huge thing. You take it like to Dinah Shore.
So I will say this.
And do you know that?
Yes, I do know about Dinah Shore. So I think what ruined why I didn't watch the L Word is because I watched Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
And after the first season, I was very angry with how that went. Just to speak to that, because I felt like I read the book and watching the show, I was like, yay, this is finally an opportunity for people to see what women incarcerated go through. And when I felt like it kind of just turned into soft lesbian porn, I was like very angry about it. And so I think when the L word came out, I was just kind of like still angry about that, because I'm very protective of culture. And I think that when you have an opportunity to showcase that for the world, it needs to be authentic. And I'm huge on people's lives not being used for entertainment. Like, I'm a big advocate for the way things are portrayed through media, and our people's lives are not for entertainment.
Yeah.
I got on the soapbox. Sorry.
No, that's totally valid in what you're saying, because I don't think I would have gone that far, but that's important to you, and that's your opinion. You're allowed to have that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll check out the L word. I just think
yes, you will.
Just disclaimer, at that point in my life, that's how I felt. I'm not saying that I hate L word, because I don't have a way to have an opinion about L word. It's just in my life.
I just feel like it's a big lesbian web.
Okay.
I mean, if you take that when you go out to like a bar and you see gay guys, that they're just a big web.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of gay guys, I have to ask, did you guys watch Heated Rivalry?
No.
No.
Oh, on the list to watch.
There's lots of porn in it too.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not against porn.
Well, I want to just clarify, there is in there.
Yeah.
They're hot,
Yeah.
but the story too. I know. The story's really good, and it's. I mean, I feel like for men, that hits home probably for a lot of those guys.
A lot of my straight mom friends are obsessed. I wasn't gonna watch it at first because I think of all my like queer gay men, and I'm like,
I don't want to watch that.
they all just bang each other. And so I was like, nah. And now I think it might be my favorite love story.
We don't watch a lot of shows in general, but we'll put it on the list.
We're like murder mystery kind of
Okay,
people. Like, we
same.
want to know who at the end. We want to watch shows where like at the end we're like, no way, that was the person that did it. Like, so that's our thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Same. Somebody's a weenie and doesn't like to watch.
I'm so sorry. Do you guys have anything that you want to leave with this message as we start to close out on the episode?
We really appreciate you giving us this opportunity and sharing your audience with us. And that's what we are about, is collaborating with other queer-owned businesses. Hopefully we can help boost you all, and everybody rises together. So thank you.
Yeah.
Of course, we're glad that you guys did it.
Yeah.
And as always, babe, what are we going to make sure that we do?
Pull up a seat and
Let's grow together. But make sure you do follow MOC BOD. And can you guys please let us know the address to this place if someone's around in Kansas City and they're like, I need to go to Gay Street.
I need to go, right.
Come to the neighborhood. We're at 5507 Troost.
Very good, very
Close
good.
to Casey.
Yeah.
All right, give follows, guys, and we appreciate you. And we'll be on back the next one.
yes. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.